All right, guys, welcome to the test. On your desk, you should have your blue theme sheet, and you should be willing to ask questions if you need it. All right, let's go over the directions real quick. All right, now that we've learned about the modern era, the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, through the 10 themes of history, it's time to apply those themes to events in these eras. All right, so take out the blue theme sheet, use it as you work through the evaluation. That is, the blue words are a link to a PDF. If you want to use that, use it. All right, so we are going to watch the video clip or read the document related to the event, read any context and summary of the event, and then answer the questions. All right, hopefully you obviously clicked this already. So here's the grading rubric that'll be used to grade each. All right, to summarize it, we are looking for you to take a clear stance. All right, so you will write down which theme it is. We are going to look for you to come up with 3 reasons to support why you chose that theme. All right, to get an excellent, it should be clear and have an explanation to support your conclusion. And then execution. We're looking for grammar, writing mechanics, and spelling and writing style that are academic in nature, formal. If you need to check in with me or one of the other teachers during the test on this, please do so. All right, our first event is a short reading and a video. All right, so this is from the 80s. This is the Challenger shuttle, space shuttle. All right, click this right here, and you will get a YouTube video. You should watch that. And then the summary is right here, and I'll read it. During its 10th launch on January 28th, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded 73 seconds after liftoff, killing the 7 crew members and changing NASA's space program forever. Challenger was the second shuttle to reach space in April '83. It successfully completed 9 milestone missions during nearly 3 years of service. In total, the spacecraft spent 62 days, 7 hours, 56 minutes, and 22 seconds in space. According to CBS, Challenger hosted the first spacewalk of the Space Shuttle program on April 7, 1983, and carried the first American female and black astronauts. All right, so here is where you are going to respond. Step 1, review your blue theme sheet. Pick 2 themes that you think may apply to the research presented above. Think of all the aspects of what you read or saw. All right, and write those 2 in here now. Then we are going to go to evaluate. From your list, pick 1 theme from above that you think best applies. You can just list the theme right here. Now we are in the defend part. This is where you should provide a clear supporting evidence and explanation to support your conclusion. So basically, why does it support your conclusion? You will write that in here, 3 different ones from the research you just did. Okay, that is item 1. Item 2, the event from the 1990s is O.J. Simpson. All right, here is the context and summary. This one is just a reading, no video. O.J. Simpson trial, criminal trial of former college, USC, and professional Buffalo Bills gridiron football star O.J. Simpson, who was acquitted in 1995, that means he was found not guilty, of the murder of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman. It was one of the most notorious criminal trials in American history. On the night of June 12, 1994, Simpson's ex-wife and Goldman were stabbed to death outside her condominium in Los Angeles, and Simpson quickly became the prime suspect. Rather than surrender to police after being notified of impending charges, on June 17th, Simpson hid in the back of a sports utility vehicle driven by his friend A.C. Cowlings. After being told that Simpson had a gun to his own head, the law enforcement officers followed the vehicle at low speeds for more than an hour. The attempted escape was televised live nationally, seen by an estimated 95 million viewers, and hundreds of Simpsons fans lined the streets in support of him. It ended at Simpson's home in Brentwood, California, where he was placed under arrest and taken into police custody. Simpson was formally arraigned on July 22, 1994, entering a plea of not guilty. The trial began on January 24th, 1995, with Lance Ito as the presiding judge. The Los Angeles District's Attorney Office, led by Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden, emphasized the domestic violence had occurred prior to and after the Simpsons' 1992 divorce as a motive for the murders. The attorneys representing Simpson, known as the Dream Team, included F. Lee Bailey, Robert Blazer, Sean Chapman, Holly, Robert Shapiro, and Alan Dershowitz, Johnny Cochran. The Simpson defense was based largely on the grounds that evidence had been mishandled and that many of the members of the Los Angeles Police Department were racist, particularly Mark Furman, a detective who allegedly found a bloody leather glove at the Simpsons' home. The defense team argued that the glove could not have been Simpson's because it appeared too small for his hand when he tried it on in the courtroom. In addition, the defense claimed that other important evidence had been planted by the police to frame Simpson. During the trial, which lasted more than 8 months, some 150 witnesses testified, though Simpson did not take the stand. Many cable television networks devoted long stretches of time to speculation about the case to public opinion of it. Belief in Simpson's innocence or guilt was divided largely along racial lines, with a majority of African Americans in support of Simpson and mostly white Americans believing in his guilt. Millions watched the television proceedings of the trial throughout the day, and the major figures involved in the case became instant celebrities. On October 2nd, 1995, the jury finally began deliberating and reached a verdict or a decision in less than 4 hours. Simpson was found not guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. After the verdict, polls of public opinion continued to break down along racial lines. Whites were largely dismayed by the jury's decision or upset by it, whereas the majority of African Americans supported it, seeing Simpson's acquittal as a victory in a legal system that systematically discriminated against blacks. Although Simpson was acquitted or not guilty, or found not guilty in the criminal case, he was also sued by the victims' families for wrongful death, and the trial began on October 1996. Less than 4 months later, that jury found him responsible for the deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman and awarded their families $33.5 million in damages. Okay, so that can be confusing. One is a criminal case. That's through the state. He was found not guilty. Then the civil case, which is completely separate, he was found responsible for the deaths. I know it's confusing. It's just a strange anomaly of the American justice system. All right, so down here, you're going to do the same thing, okay? Pick a couple of the themes you think this might be related to. Then here, you're going to choose the one theme you're going to defend. Now here, pick 3 pieces of evidence in your own words and state them clearly and explain why they support your choice of theme.